Hi, boys and girls. It's nice to see you. I'm here in my kitchen again, and I brought a book just to show you the front cover of it. We're going to be making a robin tonight, and the name of my book is Birds, and on the front cover you can see a robin. She kind of has an orange tummy, and she's kind of brown, and she has babies, but we're just going to make one robin. And I went for a walk today, even though it was very cold, and I actually saw some robins, and robins are a sign of spring. So I'm going to start right in and show you how we're going to make this. We're going to make a head first, and then you're going to make a body, okay? So if you have brown paper, you can certainly take a pencil and you can do this on brown paper if you want, but I'm just going to use a piece of white paper because that's what I had in my house. And I'm going to just trace around, and then after I finish doing that, you cut that out right on the line like we did. Crunch munch, crunch munch, crunch munch, crunch munch, crunch munch, crunch munch, crunch munch. Okay, so you've got a circle for the head, and now our robin needs a body. So that's a little bit trickier because I don't really have a glass that's shaped like this. So what I did is I just took a piece of paper like this, and I folded it in half like this. This is just a piece of computer paper, but you can use any paper that you have in your house. And then I just took a magic marker, and I kind of made it almost look like an oval, kind of like an egg. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You're going to take it like this, and then just kind of cut on the line, open, shut, crunch, munch, and you've got a body. Now, if it comes out pointy like that, that can be the top for his head to go on. And then, after that, the robin that we're going to make is brown. So you're going to take a crayon. I have brown crayon here, and you're going to color the face in brown, and you're going to do the same thing with the body. So you've got the body and you've got the face, and this is what it ends up looking like. So when you're finished, it takes a little longer than that. It'll be all brown, and then you'll have his face. Now, on his face, you're going to want to put 2 eyes. And so you can use whatever you have. If you have buttons in the house, you can glue buttons on. I used a crayon, a black crayon, which is missing in action right now, but I did use a black crayon. Here it is. And I just simply drew in the brown eyes. And then he needs a beak. Okay, and the beak, I just took a piece of paper and cut it into a triangle. And this was a piece of white paper that I just took a crayon, a yellow crayon, and I'm just going to glue that on. So we will have his beak on there. Okay, so the head is now done. Now the body is now, we're going to take the body and the head. I took a piece of blue paper because it kind of reminded me of the sky on a nice day. But you can use whatever paper you want. And then I'm just going to glue it on to the paper. You can put a little bit more glue on than I am if you would like to, of course. Then you can glue his head on like this. Here's his head. I'll make sure his eyes are on the top there. Okay, so now he's got a head and he's got a body, but he's got, in the picture that we were looking at, he kind of has either orange or sometimes, I had red paper in the house, so I simply took some red paper like this, and I just took it and I ripped it. We've done that before. You just rip it, rip it, bend it, and rip it. I did that with some construction paper. So red construction paper, if you don't have that, you can take a piece of white paper and do what I did with a red crayon. I just colored it, and now I'm going to rip that, just like I did that, like I did with the red paper. So you can do that. If you have tissue paper in the house, maybe from Christmas, maybe from a friend gave you a gift and you have red tissue paper or orange tissue paper, you can use whatever you want. And then you're going to put some glue where you think you want to make his tummy, because that's where a robin's tummy is kind of either orangey red, and I'm using this glue stick, but you can use whatever you have in your house. And I'm simply going to take the pieces that I already ripped and stick them on here. You keep going and going and going, and you keep adding to him until he's filled up here. Okay. You can add a few more if you want. And now he needs feet. So I had some orange paper. If you don't, again, you can do whatever you want. You can take a crayon and draw in the feet if you want. That's absolutely fine. I'm just going to take a couple of triangles and put them on. But if you want to take your crayon and draw two little legs in and some feet, that would be absolutely fine. And then the last thing that he will need are his wings. And I don't know what I did with them. They were right here. I had brown wings cut out. I did have some brown wings cut out, and here they are. So the wings are, all they are pieces of paper. And I'm just going to take these thin pieces of paper and just glue it on to make it look like a wing. And do another one on the other side. Now, if you have real feathers, I had a couple of feathers in the house. You could certainly glue on whatever you have in your house. But this is my spring robin. He's not completely done, but I had fun making him. And I hope that when you go outside and you're walking around and you're looking at nature, especially with all the wet weather we've had, there's been a lot of robins because they're looking for worms, and worms come more to the top of the soil, right on where the grass is, and the robins go right and eat those worms. So I hope that you are having fun at home with your families, and I look forward to seeing you soon, and have a great night. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.